The Leicester Hate Crime Project is Britain's biggest ever study of hate crime victimisation. Hate crimes are crimes directed at people because of who they are, their identity or their perceived difference in the eyes of the perpetrator. So, for instance, it would involve someone being attacked because of their race, their religion, their disability, their sexuality or their transgender status. They're the most commonly identified characteristics that are associated with hate crime. We know that hate crimes take a wide variety of different forms, but I'm worried that we perhaps don't know enough about these different forms. So, for instance, hate crimes could be physical attacks, they could involve criminal damage. Hate crimes can also take the form of harassment, those more everyday experiences of abuse, bullying, intimidation. They sometimes get swept under the carpet or perhaps sneak under the radar. So we really need to understand those different examples of hate crime that blight people's lives. We also need to understand the different forms of hate crime in terms of the context in which they take place. So, for instance, we know that some forms of hate crime take place online as opposed to face-to-face. So those kinds of encounters we really need to try and get a grip on. Leicester is one of the most diverse cities in the UK, and I think the recent census findings have helped to confirm that. And from our point of view, if we want to engage with a very diverse range of people throughout the city, then Leicester's an ideal research site to do that. We can speak to people from more established minority groups, as well as some of the more emerging communities within Leicester. So it's ideal in that sense. It's also, from a personal point of view, a great opportunity for me to do some research in my own adopted city. I love Leicester. I love the diversity, the vibrancy of Leicester, but at the same time, wherever there's diversity, there can also be fault lines and tensions between different communities. So I think it's really important to try and acknowledge that and to address those kinds of issues if we're going to challenge bigotry and champion difference. We want to speak to anybody who feels that they've been a victim of hate crime, and essentially that's anybody who feels that they've been targeted because of who they are, because of their age, because of their gender, because of their race, their religion, their appearance, their lifestyle. It's a really, really broad range of groups that we're hoping to speak to. So anybody who feels that they're in that position and they've been targeted specifically because of those characteristics, we'd like them to get in touch with us. And that would really help to make this the big and important piece of research that we want it to be.